Why? You should never hire your family and friends for your business.
Hello, Tom. I know about your success, about your YouTube channel. I am sure that you are going to be expanding and growing more and more. Saludos, Tomás.
I think one of the biggest mistakes that business people make, especially the startups, the new business entrepreneurs, one of those mistakes that they make is that they hire their friends, they hire their family, all right? Because the rationale is that, they can trust family, they can trust friends, they're not gonna fuck them up, right? But the fact of the matter is that, when you hire family and friends, it's actually much more difficult for you to manage them. Let's say you're in the authority position, you're the boss, and you hire your brother, your sister, your mother, your father, whatever, right? And then there's a problem. They don't follow your order. They don't do what you say. Can you fire them? Can you say, brother, get out. I don't want you to come to work for me anymore. Yes, you can, but it's hard. It's gonna hurt feelings. And you probably never talk to your brother ever again, and he never wanna talk to you ever again, right? So when you pull in family and work, the pressure on the relationship is much, much higher, because even without work, there's already natural tension. Maybe, your brother and you have some problems, maybe that you don't like each other, maybe you have some dispute, maybe your mom doesn't agree with you on some things, right? And when you couple that with problems at work, your stress, your pressure on that relationship will be like 2 times, 3 times, 5 times. And most often those relationships don't survive, right? A while back, I destroyed a fucktard. I went to a car dealership, right? And then there was a really rude sales manager, right? And eventually I talked to the car dealership boss about the sales manager, and we got the sales manager fired because that guy's a total fucktard. I made a video about that. You can go check it out. And the problem there was the sales manager was actually a relative of the boss, right? So that you can imagine how difficult that situation is, right? But ultimately, the boss has to make the difficult decision of firing the sales manager, because that sales manager is fucking up the business. He is telling all the customers to go away so that they have no sales, right? So, if the boss wants the business to thrive, to survive, to do great, then he has to fire the sales manager, even if it's a relative. I believe it's the boss's wife's brother or something like that, but they have to make very difficult choices, right? So that's why I do not recommend hiring people from your family or your friends, because that's one, because when you have friends and family in your business, when you have a problem, the problem is 10 times as big, all right? That's one. And two is that your friends and family are probably not the most qualified people to help you with your business, right? If you want to do sales and marketing and product and engineering and HR and like financial accounting and all of that, most likely, your family can't do it, right? Like your mother doesn't make a great accountant, okay? You might trust her, but she's probably not the best accountant. She may not understand accounting laws better than somebody in Deloitte, for example, right? Maybe your uncle is, like a lawyer, but, maybe he doesn't understand anything about corporate law, right? So maybe he's not a good lawyer, right? So when we make the choice to hire people that we know, like family and friends, we actually miss the opportunity to hire the best people, right? And for me, I want to hire the best people. I don't want to hire my wife, my kids, my brother, my sister, because, they're probably not the best, right? They're not the best in what I need, right? So I do not think that is a wise decision for any young or starting entrepreneurs to do, and that is to hire people from your family or your friends, because they will ultimately fuck you up, right? Because they're not the most qualified people to do the job, so that they will not do a good job. And when they don't do a good job, you cannot fire them, and they'll probably say it's your fault for hiring them in the first place, right? So just don't do it. I've seen so many, disastrous stories with people hiring their family and friends, right? I mean, in Vietnam, outside of Vietnam, in Canada, in the United States, it's just not the way I would do it. Like if I want to hire people, I want to hire the best possible people that I can find, right? If I want an engineer manager, I want a real engineering manager. If I want an accountant, I want a real accountant, right? Somebody without a university education, just because I'm putting my dick in her, doesn't make her an accountant. You know what I mean? Okay, and take fucking action. Don't hire your family, not your friends, and hire based on merit, and don't be a fucktard.